What's going on, everybody? OG Shaman back again with another exciting manga haul for you all today. Anyways, today I decided to go for quality over quantity, decided to finish up a few of my out-of-print series, but you know what? Ignoring all that, putting that all aside, just would like to say a few things before I start this haul video. We recently released a few Manga Alert episodes that you all might not be aware of. Some people were asking me where the recent Manga Alert episodes have been being uploaded, and they have been being uploaded to Gear Third Manga Reviews' channel. That's sort of the go-to channel now. Before we were uploading videos on multiple channels. We were doing it on Taz's channel, Gear's channel, and I think I even have an episode on my channel. But we decided to just go with the stable and just let Gear upload all the Manga Alert podcast episodes. So if you want to check out the episode playlist, I will have it here featured on my channel, but the uploads will be going directly onto Gear's channel. So just would like to get that out of the way before any more confusion arises. But anyways, now putting that all aside, let's go ahead and get into the manga haul for the months of October and whatever last month was. September, I guess I didn't do a haul, so September and October. Anyways, let's get right into it. Alright, so here we have is the final volume of Bleach, volume 74 of Bleach. Decided that, you know what, might as well finish what I started. Bleach has been a series that I've been collecting off and on for, Jesus, probably since I first started collecting manga back in 2010. This was probably I think it was the second series that I ever started to collect. Shaman King still holds the title for the #1 series that I ever started collecting. So Bleach is definitely a fan favorite of mine. I love Soul Society. I find that everything about Soul Society is probably, if not one of the best shonen battle arcs in any shonen manga. And as far as the rest of the series goes, it's definitely a downward spiral from there, but overall, you know, you get what you pay for. It's overall not the worst shonen manga I've ever read. The ending is just, it's god-awful. But nonetheless, I love Bleach still. It's a love-or-hate relationship, so we got that. Next we have is Ultimate Muscle Volume 7. This is one of the few out-of-print volumes that I was meaning to get not too long ago. I came across a decent deal. Guy was basically selling it for about 50% off of what it normally goes for on eBay, which is about $80, $90 on average, is usually what it sells for. I paid about $50 for it, so it's not the hardest volume to acquire. Volume 9 is by far the hardest and most difficult volume to get, which is unfortunate because that's also the other volume I'm missing in my collection. But I need one more Ultimate Muscle volume, and that just so happens to be Volume 9. So hopefully I can find that for a good price, but I'm kind of sitting on that one just because I'm not paying $200 for an Ultimate Muscle volume. But nonetheless, Volume 7, one of the harder volumes to get. Got that in my collection now, finally. Really glad to have that. Next we have is Dororo. Now, last month, or 2 months ago, I guess, and I decided to get the vertical omnibus, which is not really the best of quality in my personal opinion. So I decided to go with the singles. Now you might think the singles are hard to get, but I actually got these 3 in a lot on eBay for $20, and they are in pretty pristine condition, really good shape. There was a similar lot going also, but it was all library copies, and they were selling for like 40 bucks. I was like, that's crazy. I'm not spending $40 on a ex-library copy. The singles are very, very good quality, though. The paper is great. The covers are laminated and very nice. I mean, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, the vertical omnibuses, not the way to go. Definitely go with the singles. They are definitely better quality. But yeah, really happy and excited to own these. I decided to actually read Dororo not too long ago, so I've already read the series, but these singles are definitely replacing my omnibus, just because much nicer. Alright, next we have is Phoenix. We have Phoenix Volume 10. This is the final volume that I needed to complete my Phoenix collection, and could not be happier. Really happy that I finally own all of Phoenix in my collection. This is definitely going to be a series staple that will never ever go anywhere in my collection. Very great story. This was Tezuka's magnum opus. This was essentially his last ever series that he worked on before his unfortunate demise. And honestly, this is definitely amazing. this series, especially this particular volume. I love the Sun story arc. Not my favorite story in all of Phoenix. I think Volume 9 and Future definitely take the cake for my favorite stories in Phoenix overall, but this is definitely probably top 5 territory, if not. It's a sort of a longer story just because it's 2 volumes, and Volume 11 is pretty hefty. But overall, great series. Just overall amazing. All right, so now we have is the piece of my collection. For this made up the majority of my pickups for this month, just because of how expensive some of this stuff is. But we have Fist of the North Star Master Edition. I cannot tell you or describe, I have very few words to say about how amazing this series is overall. I think this is probably one of the most beautiful releases I have ever seen for a manga. It's not hardcover, but it is this very nice paperback quality volume. It's very dated, some of the art style on, or I should say the font text on the front of the actual volume itself is kind of dated. But you know what? It's what's inside that counts, honestly. This is probably some of the most beautiful full-color scans I have ever seen of a manga out there. I mean, to be honest with you guys, this is some amazing work right here. Just going to give you a little brief preview. I will be doing a video review of this series, mainly the full-color edition, just because not a whole lot of people know about this release. So I feel it's only necessary that I, do a release on this. But anyways, this is the first volume. It was 10 volumes in total that were released in Japan. Only 9 made it over here just because Raijin Comics, they ended up going bust in early 2003. So the series was never finished or completely published, sadly. But for what we got some really amazing content. So Volume 2 of the Master Edition, which, again, these are some really cool covers as well. Got Volume 3. And Volume 4. Got Volume 5. Pretty awesome to have this. And then finally we have Volume 7. 6, 8, and 9 are typically the more expensive volumes that go for quite a pretty penny. However, I'm in the process of negotiating with a seller on Reddit the last remaining volumes, and hopefully I'm going to be getting a pretty decent trade and deal with those. So we'll see how well that goes. But honestly, cannot say or praise this series more than enough than how amazing this is. So this is the majority of the manga I picked up for this month, but I am forgetting a few things. I decided that Bastard was another series I needed to finish collecting, so I decided to pick up volumes 4 and 5 in the second print editions. So everything that you're seeing right here is a second or a first print. And then, of course, volume 19, which was the last volume that I needed to complete Bastard. So that is complete for the English release of Bastard. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is all the manga that I had acquired for this month. Needless to say, not a whole lot of series that I decided to pick up just because I wanted to focus on a lot of out-of-print stuff that I've been wanting to get. And overall, I have to say, this is by far probably one of the fewer expensive hauls that I had for this go-around. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys on the next manga haul or review that I put out, no matter what. So see you guys next time. Peace out.